How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today we are going to take a look at the cryptocurrency market. We're going to take a look at some key metrics. We're also going to take a look at some of the top news as well, from the Doge father himself buying crypto to what we have to pay attention to moving forward and how to think about crypto right now. Now, if you don't mind hitting the like button and subscribe button, I try to bring you content as quickly as possible when it is time sensitive. So turn on that bell notification so you get videos as soon as they're posted. Now, I've talked about this just a few days ago. Voyager was an exchange I had the majority of my crypto on, or the largest amount of my crypto of all the different exchanges. And I started moving crypto out pretty quickly because what I saw was they could possibly have a large loan out to Three Arrows Capital, which was being liquidated all over the place. And I felt like they were going to lose a significant amount of cash in a time where their company is really hurting. Now, I do want to say, it looks like there's some good news on that front. They got a loan from Alameda Research for $200 million and 15,000 Bitcoin. Now, they already have supposedly $200 million as well, but it looks like this is probably for liquidity reasons. I don't know if there is a bank run, people like me that were taking their crypto out of Voyager, because right now, even Celsius, which is much larger than Voyager, is under attack, is having some issues, I should say, with bank runs as well, and they had to freeze withdrawals. There's a lot of uncertainty right now, so I was careful about keeping my crypto on Voyager, somewhere where you get interest, and I moved the majority of it over to FTX US. Now, Alameda Research, who gave this credit facility, is tied with FTX US, so you can see that they're really well funded. They can give out loans like this, they can give out credit lines like this and make money, and they're still growing. They're still hiring. They still have a lot of money. They've been valued quite high, and they have 6 million customers here in the US. There is a link to it underneath the video. They are a partner of the channel. I just want to give you this update because the Voyager thing just happened in the last day, and I really feel good about FTX.US. With the link underneath the video, you get some free crypto as well when you trade $100 or when you deposit $100, and then you also get some extra trading fee discounts. They have stocks, crypto, and NFTs on their platform. Stocks are coming here soon. Now, the Fear and Greed Index is at a 6 today. That is historically really bad. I mean, we've only gotten a 5 in the past that I can see back in 2019, and we've been at 6 for 2 days now. There's a lot of fear in the market, obviously. And the thing is, a lot of this is just coming from the fact that we get so many liquidations recently. We've gotten $500 million in the last 24 hours. We have so much that's happening outside of the exchanges as well. We can't even see it, with $18 billion of Three Arrows Capital being liquidated or being flushed out of the system, right? There's a lot of selling pressure. A lot of people are pushing for Celsius to get liquidated too. Now, the interesting thing is Bitcoin and Ethereum are down so much over the last 7 days. A lot of the other altcoins are holding up relatively well. Like, they're down 31%, 32%. BNB's down 22%, Cardano's down 16%, Solana's down 5%. So a lot of these cryptos are actually holding up quite well compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we'll take a look at the dominance here in a second. But you can see Bitcoin went all the way down to about 17,600 last night, or actually yesterday, and then popped back up to 19,500. Now we're right around 19,200. So we fell pretty significantly. When we look at the 200 week as well, typically we only fall to the 200 week for a week or two. In the past, that's what we've seen. And now we've been in here for almost a week, and you can see that we have gone about 25%, 20% below the 200 week moving average, which is pretty typical. We usually fall down here, come back up, and then just kind of rise, go sideways for a bit. And this 200 week will continue to move up over time. Right? This is something that I like to look at when I think about how far we've fallen down. I remember that every day the 200 week moves up at this point, right? So every day the value of Bitcoin is going up. There's more adoption, there's more long-term holding, and a lot of this has hurt recently, a lot of the flushing out of the market, but the value of Bitcoin continues to go up. So that might be something to consider. Now, we can also see that the RSI has fallen dramatically. Like, this is some of the most oversold. This is the second most oversold we've ever seen on the weekly RSI. The only thing that's lower than this is 2011 on this chart. That's as far back as it goes on this chart. And, 20 2014, 2015, 2017, 2018, we haven't seen RSIs like this. We've seen close, but this is the worst. I mean, when you look at the weekly, we've just had about 13 weekly red candles, with the exception of one slightly green candle that then fell right back down. So we've been very oversold, going from 48,000 down to 17,600. Obviously, there's a lot of pain in the market, and we are quite oversold. You can also see the Bitcoin dominance coming down a bit here. We were racing up. We got up to about 48%, 49%, and then over the last week, it's actually come down a significant amount, and I think that's due to all the liquidations, all the flushing out of the market, and people really trying to hunt, or whales really trying to hunt for that liquidation of Celsius as well. Now, we did get some news from Elon Musk. He says, I will keep supporting Dogecoin. Altcoin Gordon says, keep buying it then, and he says, I am. So he's obviously buying Dogecoin. He said in the past that Dogecoin was a very small position for him. Now, what's a small position for the richest person in the world? I don't know, maybe 10 million, maybe it's 100,000. I'm not exactly sure, but that makes me believe that he's probably buying other cryptos as well, unless he's just doing this out of the goodness of his heart because he supported Dogecoin in the past. I would think he would also be buying Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum as well, because he has said that those are 3 different positions in his portfolio. We can also see the president of El Salvador says that some people are worried or anxious about the Bitcoin market price. His advice is to stop looking at the graph and enjoy life. If you invest in Bitcoin, your investment is safe and its value will immensely grow over the bear market. Patience is key. I think that's a good point. It's important to take a step away. That's why I said, happy Father's Day. Enjoy time with family and friends. It's summertime here in the US, so it's a nice time to be out and about. You can also see that over time, Bitcoin becomes more and more valuable. I think this is kind of an interesting chart, basically giving some different emotions. It's a fire sale down here at this level that we're at now. If we're a little bit higher, you should still be buying. You should still be accumulating. Higher than that, it's still cheap. Higher than that, hodl. Is this a bubble? Is after that FOMO intensifies? Sell. Seriously, you should sell when we're up over, if we were over 100,000 now, and then maximum bubble territory. So remember, Bitcoin continues to go up over time. You can also see Bitcoin, the lows each year, and I think this is another thing that's really nice to look at. The lows each year, $4 in 2012, $65, so a 16x 2013, another 3x in 2014, slightly lower in 2015, double in 2016, double in 2017, 4x in 2018, and then about the same in 2019, a little bit higher in 2020, about a 7x or 6x again in 2021, and then we fell down a little bit the next year. Now this has been the biggest, I think the biggest drop, at least since 2012, on the 1 year lows. So last year we were around 28,700, now 19,000, actually 17,600. So about a 33% drop from the highs. So that might be another indicator that you want to take a look at, that typically we haven't seen this type of drop off in a low year over year. Now, I want to hear your thoughts on this underneath the video. Overall, cryptocurrency is doing a little bit of a bounce. I think, it's really going to depend on the macro where we go from here. I would not be surprised if we fell a little bit lower just over the next week or two. Typically, we don't stay below the 200 week for more than a couple weeks, but with so much wrong on the macro, it wouldn't surprise me if we changed course here and change history a bit. As we saw for the first time, we broke underneath the previous high. So we are making history here. That's because there is so much going on in the macro. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video though. I'm going to continue stacking. I bought more yesterday. I bought more the day before and the day before. So I'm happy to be buying at these levels. I know it's scary, but typically that's the best time to buy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Check out the link underneath the video to FTX US, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.